Now here's how you would demonstrate opposite using model, repeat, solo. First begin by saying, please listen, and you teach the word opposite. 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 Go around to all your students. Have them repeat the concept of the word opposite. Please repeat. Each student repeats the word opposite, and you're helping them to pronounce it correctly. Then you say, please listen. In, out, opposite, opposite. Please repeat, opposite. You don't want them to repeat what you just demonstrated. You want them to repeat the concept word opposite. Then walk over to the door. Open the door, close it, open, close. Opposite, opposite. Repeat opposite 3 times. Have them repeat it again. Opposite, opposite. And then go to another object and maybe put it beside, or in, or out, or under, or over. Whatever you might want to use as an opposite. Then say, opposite, opposite. And make sure that they are responding with the word opposite. Now once you do that, then if you have a piece of paper or something, you can go to the board or to your pad of paper, and you can say, please listen. 1 plus 1 is 2. Yes or no? And your students will respond, yes. Yes. True. True. Please repeat. Opposite. True. Please say, repeat, true. Okay. Then go to the next one. 1 plus 1 equals 3. Yes or no? Your students will respond immediately by saying, no, no. You say, false. Please repeat, false. And after they do that, you say, true, false. Opposites. Opposites. Please repeat, opposites. Opposites. And then they'll repeat. Okay? Now, by this time, they should, your students are adults. They'll understand what an opposite is because they have it in their own language, and they understand through their life skills that what an opposite is. So now you're just trying to teach that concept. So now you want to, because the next part of the lesson is going to be using proverbs that explain opposites and what friends are, you want to begin to teach some opposites that they will become familiar with, so that when you teach a proverb either from the Bible or from another culture, you'll be able to they'll understand what an opposite is. So you say, please listen. A friend, and have a student come up, or your partner, and you stand beside them and you demonstrate a friend. A friend, yes, friend. Have them repeat, a friend. Opposite. Opposite of a friend. An enemy. Now here's where you have to be careful how you demonstrate an enemy, because quite often a lot of teachers, what they want to do is they want to have one person punch the other person in the shoulder, and what happens is that you're really teaching the word punch. You're not teaching the opposite, hurt. Help, friend, enemy, help, hurt. An enemy is someone who is against you. So you have to find a way of demonstrating an enemy, and sometimes they use punching something, and that's what they try to do with hurt as well. And what you want to do is be able to show an enemy is angry at them and hisses, and they turn their back on them, and you want to really exaggerate so that your students really gain the concept. They'll get it. In fact, your students will probably maybe come from a country where they have seen what an enemy is already, and you won't have to do much to demonstrate it. So you say, then you have them repeat, just like a vocabulary word, friend, enemy. Then you say, what does a friend do? A friend helps. Help. Please repeat help. Okay, the answer, repeating help. How do you demonstrate help? Well, what I have often done is I have a box or something, and I ask my partner, oh, help. and we're picking up the box together, help. Some teachers like to use somebody who's walking and they stumble and they fall, and the other teacher comes and helps them up. You can find many ways to demonstrate help. Then you want to teach the opposite, hurt. And here again, quite often some of the students want to punch each other, but you have to remember that you're really demonstrating punching. And so whoever is receiving the punching needs to just really exaggerate, oh, this hurts so much, oh, the pain, oh, you know, that's what hurts, not the punching. So another way of doing it would be if you're lifting up the box, your partner can suddenly grab maybe his back or her back, you know, oh, it hurts, you know, and so they're demonstrating the opposite of helping is that they're hurting. Now, you have to be careful also that hurt is the opposite of helping, so you want to show the relationship between friend and enemy and helping and hurt. A friend helps, an enemy hurts. And if you have some pictures out of a magazine or something showing this concept, then you can show those to your students. But remember, you're emphasizing to them opposites, helping, hurting. Now I say this because in Things to Think About, one of the selections is a proverb that comes from West Africa. And it is, hold a true friend with both your hands. So what is a true friend? What is the opposite of a true friend? And so we're going to be talking about that when we get to this that segment of our lesson. But you can see right now you're preparing your students to start to interact with life values and their own experiences by using a proverb and teaching them the concepts of their own experiences and how to relate these ideas to other people. So it's really important, I think, that before you move on into pronunciation and some of these other, the next segment, that you at least initiate the concept of opposites with your students. All right? Now, what I'd like to have you do right now is to take a couple opposites, take a pen and a box or something. So in and out, you can teach that, or you can put something in your pocket, in and out. You have a door, you have a light, you have tall, short, maybe an older person with a younger person. Someone in your class, use something that's right there. Have each tutor teach one opposite and use your students, go through the whole process of saying, please listen, opposite, 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 and then teach and demonstrate what the opposite is. Go through the whole sequence so that once you start your own class in your own church, you'll be able to do this. And then we will come back and move on to the next section.